Yes, very good. This is the potential difference and flow of electricity, and plus sign stands for positively charged conductor, and minus sign stands for what? Negatively charged conductor. So just like water, we will consider electric charge. How the electric charge flows? It charge flows between 2 points. Okay. It depends on the kind of electric level at those points. And what we call that as electric potential. Right? So a positive charge flows from a point of higher potential to a point of lower potential. Okay, so you have already seen earlier that electricity always flows due to conduction of negatively charged electrons. Why the electricity flows? If there is conduction of negatively charged electrons, then only electric current can flow. So electrons flow from the point of lower potential to a point of higher potential. I have also given you one more example, that is of lightning strike. So in lightning strike, what happens, students? There is a flow of electrons. From where to where? From a point of lower potential on the clouds to the point of higher potential on the earth. So the difference which occurs between the values of potential, that is, let us say this plus sign is point A and minus sign is point B. Or we can consider positively charged conductor as conductor A and negatively charged conductor as point B. Okay, so conductor A is at higher potential than conductor B. Yes, because positively charged conductors are always at higher potential. So in the diagram, you can see this, students. So how this positively charged conductor is. So this is all at higher potential and this is at lower potential. Okay. So positively charged conductor, we are named it as A. And the negatively charged conductor, what we have named it, students? B. Okay. So now what happens when these two are connected by a conducting wire? Suppose I'm connecting a wire, okay, from positive to negative charge, like this way. So let it be a conducting wire. Conducting wire means what? A metallic wire which can pass electricity. Okay. So when these are connected by a conducting wire, what happens? There is a potential difference created, okay, between the positive end and the negative end. And here what happens? Electrons will flow from point B to point A. So here you can say that from point B, all the electrons will travel to point A in this manner. You can see in my screen what I'm drawing. Okay. So from point B to point A, all the electrons are flowing. That is from negatively charged conductor to the positively charged conductor. Now this flow will continue until the two conductors A and B have the same potential. Just like we have studied in the activity, if the water level is same in both the jars, water stops flowing. Yes or no, student? Similarly here, both the conductors will have equal electrons, right? So this flow will continue until the two conductors A and B have the same potential. That is until the potential difference becomes 0. Okay, very good, Aryan. Okay. So only then will the flow of electrons stop. Yes, once it becomes equal, what happens? The flow will stop. Similar to the flow of water, which we studied in that activity. In the previous activity where we found that the level of water and direction of flow, how the water level became equal in the second diagram. Okay. When the water stops flowing, because why the water stop flowing? Because the water level became equal. Similarly here, what happens? What you found, A and B have same potential until the potential difference becomes 0. Okay, so only then what will happen? The flow of electrons stop. Now what you can say, work is done here, correct? Work is done against the electric field to take a positive charge from a point of lower potential to a point of higher potential. So from lower potential when towards the higher potential when we are traveling, okay, when this electrons are traveling, what happens? Work is done. I hope this much is clear to all of you. Okay, Avdut, good. So now we will see the formula of potential difference between 2 points. Okay, so the difference in potential between two terminals of a cell, right? That is positive terminal of a cell and the negative terminal of a cell is called as the potential difference of that cell. And this potential difference is caused by some chemical reactions occurring inside the cell. Yes, you have seen the cell. If you have broken the cell and seen inside, there are chemicals, right? So these chemicals will undergo some reactions, chemical reactions. Okay, and during this time, the potential difference sets the electrons in motion and results in the flow of electricity through a conducting wire, okay, which is connected to the two ends of the cell. The amount of work done to carry a unit positive charge from point A to point B. This is called as electric potential difference between the 2 points. Okay, so I told you how the electrons are carried from point B to point A and work is done there. So what will become the formula? Work upon total charge. Work upon total charge taken. So that I will be explaining you. Before that, we should know how this electrons are carried. Okay. Now there are students, some free electrons. You can see in my screen what I'm showing you, a single atom. Okay. In the single atom, you can see the nucleus. I think all my screen is visible to all. So this part, okay, which I'm showing you now. Okay, this black dot you can see over here. This is called as the nucleus of a single atom. Okay, so what we call it as nucleus of a single atom. And outside you can see some black dots again here, here. Okay, what are they called as? Anybody? Electrons. Very good, Soumya. You are right. They are electrons. Okay. Now, how these electrons are attached? They are very weakly attached. Okay. Weakly attached means what? They can come. You can say they can come out of the shell anytime. So that's why we call them as free electrons. So every atom of metallic conductor has one or more outermost electrons, which are very weakly bound to the nucleus. So here also you can see many atoms, and all the three atoms are having free electrons, correct? So from this diagram, what we can say, these electrons can easily move from one part of a conductor to the other part. Okay, so conductor can be any metallic rod, okay, metals like copper, aluminium, silver, etc. Okay, so the negative charge of the electrons gets transferred as a result of this motion. And the free electrons in a conductor are the carriers of negative charge. So who is carrying the electricity? Electrons are carrying the negative charge. So these free electrons are responsible for moving the electrons from, carrying the negative charge from one place to another. Okay. So I hope this much is clear. What are free electrons? Now here you can see the third diagram, you can see atoms in a conducting solid where free electrons move freely from one atom to other atom. Okay. So here you can see how the free electrons are moving from one atom to other atom. This again I will show you how it moves. Okay, so in this diagram, students, you can see the arrows. Okay, so these electrons are moving from one place to other place, right? So that is nothing but how the free electrons move from one atom to other atom. Many atoms are there, right? So from one atom to other atom, the free electrons are moving. And what is fast? Electricity. Yes, that is electric charge. Okay, so in this way, the we can say that electric current flows from one atom to other atom. Okay, now next topic is about Alexandro Volta.